This is Umar Ahmed for IFL proudly sponsored by Everlast. With me is the man himself, Callum Johnson, in London, but he's not on the July 10th bill. I'll just explain what's happened there, Callum.
I'm not on the bill. I think I had a little niggle after the last fight and I wasn't going to be quite ready for this bill. So, but they've asked me to come up, do interviews and media and things like that. So I'm here and just going to keep a keen eye on the fighters on the show.
I'm guessing that occurred in your last fight in the ring, just before the stoppage, perhaps, when you was landing a lot of blows on him, heavy blows as well. Did it kind of go straight away to hand?
No, it wasn't until after. I felt it a little bit after, but it wasn't that bad in a sense. But it just kind of lingered on for a few weeks. Do you know what I mean? So, but now I'm back punching now, and I'm back in the gym, and I'm getting ready for whenever I get my date.
Do you reckon kind of back end of summer is realistic?
Yeah, I'm hoping to get it in August, possibly if there's a show in August. But I've not heard yet. But I'm training and I'll be ready for August if something comes up.
Of course, we know Lyndon and Anthony go on this bill on July 10th that you're supposed to be on as well. What is it that you want, Callum? If it is August, is it perhaps another kind of tick over fight, or are you happy to jump in a big fight?
I'll jump in with whoever, whenever. That's the way I've always been. But yeah, whatever comes in August, if I can get it in August, and again, whatever comes out, I think they're obviously fighting on this show, and then they've got the rematch to deal with. So, get me a fight and maybe another one, and then I'll fight the winner of them or whatever. See what happens.
And potentially a world level fight as well.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'll jump into that next week not next week, but you know what I mean. I'll jump into that next if I could. But obviously I've got to get another fight and keep building way up them rankings and look good doing it, and hopefully I get another shot.
Of course, you are one of the names that has shared a ring with one of the elites in Buatsi, and put up a really good, valiant display. So yeah, you've been there before, and I'm sure you want to get back as soon as you can to that top level and kind of prove that this time you can go and bag that world title, Callum.
Yeah, exactly. That's. Listen, I'm in the game to win a world title. I know I've not got years and years left, but I've got a good few years left in me. And obviously Joe Smith's a WBO champion, and that's what we all want, isn't it? We all want that shot at Joe Smith. So, I'll jump in with him next. If I can't jump in with him next, I'll jump in with him whenever I can. But I'm training, I'm back training, and I'm going to be ready to go very soon.
We also know that Dimitri Bivol is looking for a fight as well. He just fought Craig Richards, who put up a good display as well. Craig, what did you make of firstly Bivol's performance and also Craig's?
Yeah, it's good performance from Craig. Was it a good performance from Craig, or was it not a great performance from Bivol? I think it's a bit of both. But I don't know if that Bivol fight's going to happen. There's been talks of it before. We've accepted the fight a couple of times before, and it's never seemed to materialise. So I don't know. But yeah, that's another one. Any world champ better be able to put me back in with him. You know what I mean? I know I got done, but I'm very capable of doing them as well, so it's one of them.
Do you think, though, the Smith Jr. fight is the most realistic one to land that one?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the WBO, we all know, obviously, Frank has a great relationship with the WBO. I'm in the WBO rankings, and that's a fight that's also been talked about before. It's going to happen before, or supposedly. Again, for some reason, it never materialised. So that's a fight that excites me as well, and I think that excites the boxing public, because me and Joe Smith, it's fireworks, isn't it? There's no step backs.
Absolutely would be. I think that man over there, Lyndon Arthur's trying to get that shot at the WBO as well. It might be a case where whoever gets that shot first hopefully bags that world title, and perhaps you can make a defence of it, or he can make a defence of it against one of these domestic fights, a Buatsi, yourself, Anthony, or whatever. There could be potentially huge fights in Britain with a world title on the line.
Yeah, definitely. That's the plan, innit? I think that's a plan for everybody. Whether I get it, he gets it, Yarde gets it, whatever. But I think if I got the shot, I'm pretty sure I'd beat Joe Smith, and I'll come back, defend it against Lyndon Arthur or whatever. So, see what happens. We'll see what happens.
Of course, you've always been linked with Joshua Buatsi as well, when you were fighting on Matchroom bills. However, Frank did put out, I think it was a couple of weeks ago, a statement after Joshua Buatsi's last win that we can make that fight. I don't know how realistic that is. Obviously, he's got a fight against Bolotniks as well. What do you think, firstly, about that fight? You think that's a tough fight for Josh?
Yeah, I think it's a good test for him. I think it's obviously his toughest test. I think it's a fight he'll win, and I think he'll probably win it. When I say comfortable, I don't mean comfortable as in it'll be hard for him, but I think he'll bag most of the rounds and whatnot. But I think he'll be pushed and he'll be made to work from Bolotniks.
Do Do you think if Buatsi can get through that fight will ever materialise with yourself and him?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe when I'm 62. You know what I mean? But you know, there's been talks of it. You know, we've been open to that fight, and like I say, they've never really wanted to make the fight because if they did, they would have made it, and that's as simple as that, really.
Well, if you stay a little bit more patient, hopefully one of these fights that we have discussed, one of them's got to land. I think the Smith Jr. one is probably the most realistic, but something's got to come about before the end of the year.
Yeah, definitely. Like I say, all I can do is do what I have to do in the gym, get myself fit, and hopefully get no more injuries. And like you say, I jump in with whoever. You know, I just want to fight. You know, the best fights possible. And obviously, yeah, I want to try and get that world title fight before anything else, obviously. But it'll be what it'll be.
I'm sure on July 10th you will have a keen eye on both Anthony and Lyndon. You might even be at the Royal Albert Hall, I suppose. Yeah,
possibly. You know, if I get the invite, if crowds are allowed back and things like that. But yeah, you know, I'll be keeping a close eye. But I'm not one of these that watch too much boxing or worry too much about my potential rivals. Or you know, if I'm fighting them, I'll watch them. You know, a week or so before the fight. But I'm not one of these that keep an eye on everybody, or you know. So, but yeah, I'll probably watch it.
Okay, well listen, Callum, hopefully that injury heals up sooner rather than later and we see you back in the ring in August. Appreciate your time on IFL TV and we'll speak soon, hopefully.
Nice one, mate. Thank you.
Okay. Cheers, mate.